So hello guys, welcome to another video. This is part 2 of the SolidWorks demo. So in today's video, I'm giving this drawing. I've been asked to produce this drawing, and just like the last video, they give us this drawing first out of rejection. So that means this right here, the single first is the front view, of this right here under here is the top view. So let's get into SolidWorks and start creating that. So on SolidWorks here, we just click on Parts to start a new 3D drawing. So wait for that to load. And yeah, I have my drawing in the left and the SolidWorks on the right, just so that we can be seeing both at the same time. So we'll first start by creating a sketch. So we want to start with the front view, so I'm going to click on the front plane. Click on the front plane, and now you can now see the origin at the center of our screen. So let us start by producing this drawing anyhow before we start dimensioning it first. So I'm just click on line right here. I'll just press L on my keyboard for line. Then where did the drawing start from? The drawing starts from this point A here, represents that origin. So I'm going to start our drawing from this point A. So I'll just start by drawing a straight horizontal line there, then a straight vertical line here, then I will have a vertical line here. So before we start drawing this code, let us start by dimensioning what we have now. So let me click on smart dimension, click here, then dimension this base. What's the length of this base? So let me show you from the drawing. If you trace this vertical line downward, you see that it connects with the wall for the top view. And if we trace this other vertical line downward, you see that it also connects with the top view. That means the distance from here to here is 100, because that is the same distance as here to here also. So we'll just type 100 here in our SolidWorks. So that is 100, and click enter. Then now, what is this height here? What is the distance of this height? This. So I want to get that distance now. So they've given us the distance from this point here, from this cross here, down to this A here, as 90. But now, also, before we can get this, the distance we want, let's first get this distance and subtract it from 90. This distance is what I'm talking about. And what is that distance? They say that the radius of this curve here is 40. So if you bring the radius down to this, if you bring the radius and set it 90 degrees to this horizontal surface here, that will still give us the same radius again. So that will be 40, meaning that the distance from here to this part of the surface is 40. So 90 minus 40 is what? 50. So that means the distance here is 50. So click on 50 and press enter. Now, what is how this height does here? The height of this is 120 according to the drawing. So we just type that and press enter. So now just click on F on our keyboard so that the drawing can come closer to our screen. Yes. So now, what is left now is to draw that curve. So we will start from the up. We will start from drawing this curve first, or rather, let us start by drawing. Yeah, let us start by drawing this curve first. Then we're going to draw this slant line that is after the curve. Then draw along this other curve too. Then draw this horizontal line. So that's how it is here. There are two curves and two lines. One is slant and one is horizontal. One has a radius of 40 and the other has a radius of 24. So let's start by drawing that curve. So now first I see this small dimension by accepting what we have then. Then we'll then go to this right here. We then click on. So let us start to use the center point arc. So we'll use this center point arc. Then come to the topmost part, or start from anywhere here and the line. Then click there. Then we want to draw here, like this, want to start here. at the tip of this line. I want to stop there. Then trace. Then trace out. Okay, now it's not giving us what we want, so I'll click on escape and start again. So click on that center point arc, then start from anywhere below that point, below that edge of the line, then trace it up to the edge, onto this edge, then click there. Then we want to start drawing. Then we want to start cut. Then we want to start reducing the circle down to any point. Like let's say, let us stop here. It's gonna stop there. So now I've already drawn this arc now. So what's now next now is for us to draw this slant line. And that slant line, let's say, is 60 degrees. As you can see, the slant line goes all the way up like this. So I want to draw this slant line here and put 60 degrees as the angle between it and the horizontal line below. So we'll just click on this check now to stop drawing the arc, or let us dimension the arc first. So they say that the radius of the arc is what? The radius of the arc is 24. So we'll type 24. Yeah, I'm gonna click enter. So I've dimensioned that arc. So there's no need for us to dimension it anymore. So just exit smart dimension. And let us move this arc up here. So then exit the dimension. So now I want to draw that line. So in order for us to draw that line, we'll just click on L to start drawing line. Then we'll just start from any points here, then trace it up. So somewhere like here. And then we'll stop. Then we'll close line. Then click on smart dimension to dimension it and put it 60 degrees. So we'll just click on this line, then we'll click on the horizontal line because we want to add an angle in between them. So we have to click the two lines that are in between. Then we want to click two lines before we can get the angle in between. So after I've done that, we'll just click on type 60 with the angle. So now it's at 60. So now what's remaining for us now is to make this line we have drawn a tangent to this curve that is here. Let us make this slant line a tangent to this curve first. So we'll first start by pressing Control. We'll select the line and then we'll select the arc. Make sure you're clicking and long press on Control. Let me show you again. So while pressing Control, you select the line. Your hand is still on Control, you're still pressing Control, then you still select the arc. Then you then come to the left hand side of your screen here and click add relation and add this tangent. So once you click on that, it will make that line, this slant line, a tangent to that arc. Then we'll click on OK to accept it. So now what's remaining now is for us to cut out this part of the line that we don't need. So we'll go to trim entities. Then set it to trim to closest because that is the easiest to use. Because when you're using trim to closest, all you just need to do is select the line that you don't want and it will delete it. So I'll just come to this arc, then delete it down to this point. So it already recognizes this point. This point here, where they see now this orange arc here, where it stops. From here down to where it stops. That is where the point. That's where this line touches this. That is the point where this slant line touches the arc and forms that tangent. So we'll just click on this to clear out this. So now it seems like we have some residue. So let us just zoom in and see. I can see that it's didn't really cut everything. So let me zoom in. Yeah, as you can see, it didn't cut everything. So we have to still go over to trim entities again. And what's going on? I can see some arcs here. So I think maybe it's an error on SolidWorks. So let me just click on this. Okay, it's from the smart dimension. I was almost confused for a second. So you just click on F to bring it back to your screen. Then let me just move this Alright, let's just move this radius up here and here. Now that small line, that small arc that was there had gone. It was closed by this radius. So right now we can also use trim entities also to remove this part of the line because we won't need it. So now I've achieved this curve and this slant line. But now what we need right now is to draw the second arc now. We need to draw the second arc and we need to draw this horizontal line also. So let us start by drawing the horizontal line first. We'll click on line. Then we'll click on line, then we'll start drawing from here outward. At any point, just stop and click on OK. Just click on OK. Please escape to stop drawing the line. Then what's that next is to draw any line that is at 90 degrees above this base. So just click on line again and draw a horizontal line here. We'll delete this line after. In fact, let us use center lines so that it will so now contradict with our drawing. So center line is basically a line that is used for construction. So we'll just use center line here. So I'll just draw this small line here, then I'll dimension it and make it 90 degrees between this line here. So right now it's 92.5. Now I want it to be 90. Now click and enter. The reason why I'm creating this line is so that we can start drawing that arc from that point. Or rather, we didn't even need it, but let us just continue with what we have. So I'll just click on this. So I forgot to even mention. So we'll go to the top hand side of our screen. Then instead of selecting center point arc, we click on tangent arc. So we'll just click on this. Then I'll click on this place. Then I'll click on this line now. Then I'll then press escape. And now I want to dimension this arc. Now. So click on smart dimension. Then I'll click on the arc. Then I'll click on 40 degrees. 40 degrees is the radius, so click on 40 degrees. And now I've achieved it. As you can see, it even lands on the line. So we didn't even need this line after all. So I'll just quickly delete that line. So now I've achieved this arc. We must then make this arc a tangent to this horizontal line also. Because you can see, it's a tangent to it. The arc doesn't go all the way through the line. So we have to make it a tangent. So exit smart dimension first. By pressing Ctrl, you select the arc, then you select the line, then you make it a tangent to the line. So that is it there. I've achieved the arc itself. I've achieved that arc now.
Okay, so at this point,
and then we can then click on this point.
After drawing the
click on this point. Let me just quickly check something. So let us just check if this line, if this point here is horizontal with where the arc ends is vertical, meaning that both of them are in a straight vertical line. So let me just check that by clicking on Control. Then click on this. Then add this relationship as vertical. So yeah, they are actually vertical. So just click on OK. So now I've achieved the whole drawing. What is now remaining is for us to remove those lines that we don't need. So one of the lines that we don't need is this line, because according to the drawing, it's just a construction line to show that this line here is at 60 degrees to the base. So we'll just clear this. So now, as you can see, that construction line I was talking about, it's just a construction line used to show the dimension. So what is remaining now is so we'll just exit the sketch and see our drawing. So now this is what you want to extrude now. So we'll just go to features, then click on extrude brush-base, then we'll right click on, then we'll just double click on this, any of the lines in our drawing. So we'll then double click on it, and now I want to start extruding this drawing. So our drawing starts from this. So according to the top view, our drawing starts from this point A. and it has a thickness of what? 60 degrees. So you want to draw it from this point A backwards. And where is that point A? That point A is at this point here in our drawing. Look at the SolidWorks at this point here. That's where our point A is. But now the extrude is bringing it forward instead of backwards. So we'll change that direction by clicking on this button here. Just click on it to reverse the direction. Then we'll then set the thickness to 60. Then we'll then press enter. Then we'll then rotate the drawing and see if it's correct. Yes, it is correct. So we'll just accept the drawing. And that is it. That is everything for the drawing. That's everything for the drawing. That is everything for the drawing. So that is all for this video. So we have achieved the whole drawing. We have converted it from orthographic now to a 3D isometric drawing. So that is it for the drawing. I've been able to achieve how to draw the two arcs. I've been able to achieve how to draw everything. So that is all for this video, guys. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one. So before we end the video, let me just quickly show you the top view, the side view, and the front view to show you that everything is correct. So this is our front view now. As you can see at the base here, it's showing us the front. So it's not the same. So let me just erase everything I drew here in the drawing. Let's reload. Then I can see that the front view looks like the front view in the drawing. And then if you check the top view and bring it here, now you might be wondering, why is this line that is in the drawing of the top view not in our own? But that line represents that there's a slope there. There's a slope that you can see. Some of the parts of the drawing are dark, while some of the other parts are white. That shows that one of them is elevated above the other. The white one is the one that is below, while the dark one is the one that is above. So it's just like shadows. It looks like shadows. So don't really put that into consideration. So if you just change the drawing, you can see those shades of white and black I was talking about. So that is all for the drawing, guys. Thank you for watching.